So to kick things off, we're going to step through a clickable prototype that will demonstrate a PayTo experience for a fictitious insurance provider. So Tom has got his screen up now. Will step us through the PayTo payment experience from a customer's perspective. And then we will talk to what's happening behind the scenes from a technical perspective. A quick shout out to our friends at AP Plus who have made this available to us today. And to the audience, if you have any questions as we talk through this, then please feel free to pop them in the Q&A box and we'll get to them right after. Tom, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chris. So echoing Chris's sentiment there, a big thank you to Australian Payments Plus for making this available. And this is something in the public domain that, may be of assistance when it comes to creating your own front-end merchant experiences for your customers, so that the PayTo experience makes a bit more sense. So today we're going to walk through a full checkout flow. This won't take particularly long, but our fake insurer is Kanga Coverage. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to get a quote and we're going to set up a PayTo agreement and some payments for that insurance. So you can imagine as a consumer entering into that Kanga Coverage experience and working through this process. Obviously some details, this is sort of obfuscated, but if we start to compare a couple of plans and say we're going to go for Silver Hospital and extras with a payment frequency of monthly, let's select that. There's going to be some space where some personal details will need to be provided by that end customer, so we can let our imagination do the work there. Continuing along through with fund details as well, and now we get to the interesting part with our payment details. So what you can see here is a sort of a potential sort of real world way in which PayTo may be heroed amongst other potential payment methods here. And of course, in this case and every case, we want to select PayTo. There's an opportunity here now to make use of either a BSB and account number or a PayID as an account identifier. And so by entering a PayID, what you'll see here is a little validation point there to confirm that I am in fact not Cameron Smith, but for the purposes of this demo, I am. And in this case, you can see that they're becoming sort of a validation point for that end customer, and that's a feature of our addressing service integration. So assuming that's all worked out well, and we're going through to review our cover now, you can sort of see here a brief summary of all of the payment details, and specifically looking at using those premium payments through PayTo. So if we submit that to Kanga Coverage, this will give you a sense of the flow. So in this case here, there's sort of a summary screen, and what this is sort of saying is, all right, we're all good to go. However, there is another step and you need to navigate to your banking application to complete it. So after hopefully within a minute, you'd expect there to be a pop-up notification from the banking application to confirm that there's action required from the consumer's behalf, ideally whilst they're in this flow. That'll then give them the opportunity to log in using their biometrics or passcode, and going into this banking application to approve, to review and approve that PayTo payment agreement. So in this case, we can see inside this fictitious banking app, after we've navigated away from that flow, that these are the terms of the agreement: $150 billed on a monthly basis as expected. And given that's all looking good, yes, we're going to authorize that agreement. And fantastic, that is now done and dusted. So what you can expect to see as a consumer inside your banking application is, again, sort of another list of your active agreements. And so by easily sort of navigating back to Kanga Coverage, fantastic, immediately you get a notification that you are now protected, that you have this payment arrangement all teed up and ready to go. And that's all powered by PayTo and ideally Zepto under the hood. The end.